One of the best moments in television history happened somewhere between 1988 and 1991. There was a great flood that hit the 100-acre wood, and Winnie the Pooh, with no means of escape, found an umbrella, tucked it between his legs, and used it to get to safety. Now, watching this as a dumb 6-year-old kid, I knew this was good television, but it was impossible. But going back to this today, now that I'm a smarter adult, what if it is? Physics-wise, I know that I weigh more than a stuffed bear. I weigh about 180 pounds. So I know that one umbrella will not a raft make. But surely you could put enough umbrellas together to float a full-size adult. But how many would that be? Here's the plan. First, we have to find out if an umbrella is watertight. I really don't think they are. Next, we have to find out how much weight an umbrella could support floating on the water. Then that will tell us how many umbrellas it would take, theoretically, to float me. Then third and final challenge will be to build a raft that floats using only the buoyancy from umbrellas. Put a motor on it and take that out to real water. I've mapped out a 2-mile route around our lake, and I'll try to navigate with this raft, and we'll find out if an umbrella is durable enough to work as a flotation device, a boat, a rescue craft, what have you. I'm just now realizing those are basically the same thing. Are umbrellas watertight? I don't think so, but let's find out. No, not even close. Can you see that? Let's fix it. I don't have Flex Seal right now, but this is water repellent. I don't know how much to put on. How long to dry? 24 hours. I don't have 24 hours. Water repellent umbrella test. It's dry. I do not see any water coming in. This is awesome. It feels really buoyant too. I mean, it feels really buoyant. I need a deeper pool. I don't have a good way of measuring the pressure that I'm putting on here.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. Wow, okay.
Well, we're gonna have some issues to work around. I think this is doable. We just gotta disperse the weight enough, 6, maybe 10 umbrellas, come out here on a day when it's dead calm like this, but how do I measure the buoyancy? Got it. Start off light. We got 5 pounds. That's so awesome. This is a 10, so total of 15. Those little arms are gonna hold. 15 pounds, no problem. If I could get each one of these to hold 50, I think we're good. This 35-pound plate, this will be a total of 50 pounds. Oh, wait. The arms are kind of jacked up, but it's floating. That's crazy. I'm not sure what to do with that. So if each umbrella holds 50 pounds, that means technically 4 of these should float me. Boy, that hurts. All right, core strength. I'm already feeling the abs. This is bad. Are my legs floating? They feel like they're floating. I'm already shaking. This is so bad. All right, other one. 10 seconds. Come on, baby. Yes! Oh my gosh! I'm shaking so bad. All right, I want to get back. Oh, something broke. Yeah. Yes. This one failed. I don't know if that was my ankle that did that. Okay. So,
Proof of concept.
Proof of concept. So let's do something with this information. I'm thinking we use 8 umbrellas. That's 400 pounds of buoyancy, give or take. Then we add me at 180 pounds. We'll have this battery, which is maybe, maybe 45. This troller motor, which is maybe 5 pounds, plus wood, maybe 260 pounds total. So we're looking at maybe 140 pounds of discrepancy. Is that enough? Fun fact, I actually ordered 42 umbrellas for a completely separate video idea. And when they all got here, I realized I couldn't afford to do the rest of the video. Just fine, we're pivoting. Another thing is, these are all supposed to be 52 inches across, but in real life, they're all 42 inches across. I don't know why that is. Maybe I don't know how umbrellas are measured. That would have been bad for the other video, but it turns out it's great for this one, because I have to fit as many of these jokers side by side in what I'm gonna assume is gonna be limited amount of space. Actually, I'm gonna try to fit 4 umbrellas on one 10-foot 2x4, and I know that math doesn't math, but I'll figure it out. My design, I'm air quoting, philosophy for the raft is to use as little wood as possible to save weight. I'm gonna have 2 rows of 4 umbrellas, so it just needs to be strong enough to hold that together, support me, and maybe survive some small waves. I got this little trolling motor off of Facebook Marketplace for like $20. It was really tempting to put a gas engine on it, but I realized speed isn't really what we're going for, and the vibration probably wouldn't do us any favors. Now, I looked at every possible means of attaching the umbrellas to the raft, and the best idea I had, and the one we're going with, is to drill a hole straight through the wood and hammer the handle of the umbrella straight through the 2x4. I'm quite the woodworker.
That looks so cool.
I'm spraying every seam of each umbrella with Flex Seal, and I know somebody's going to say that that's cheating. My goal isn't to find out if umbrellas are waterproof necessarily. I care more about if they're strong enough structurally to work as a boat or a raft out on open water. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I know somebody's going to have a problem with it.
No, no, no. Everybody sit.
It's time for my favorite part of any video, where we learn if this was a complete waste of time. Now, unfortunately, I lost a bunch of footage from this day from a hard drive crash. That's why some of these clips you'll see are glitchy and some don't have sound. But anyway, my brilliant plan, what I thought was a brilliant plan, was to attach the umbrellas to the raft once we got to the lake. I live in Texas, speed limit out to the boat ramp, 70 miles an hour, figured they'd get destroyed. But either from bad craftsmanship or bad planning, it took 2 hours to put everything together. We broke a couple umbrellas, had to replace some, had to patch up a few others. All right, moment of truth. Yes. This looks awesome. Do you see any leaks anywhere? And that gave me enough confidence to try to climb on it myself, and that worked. I'm saying some great stuff here, by the way. It's a shame this clip has no sound. I say we just go. My confidence is high. Are y'all ready?
We are moving, guys.
It's working! I'm floating on a boat of umbrellas. This is peaceful. I mean, it's 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, but 2 miles like this, motor silent, boat's making no wake. No! No! We got water. We're leaking. Oh my gosh, we're leaking a lot. I'm headed back. Hey, I'm headed back to the dock. There's some leaking issues. So now it's time to try this for real. We're back out at the lake again. When we left the first time, I was feeling frustrated and lazy mostly, so I didn't take the umbrellas off, and they got destroyed. But it worked out fine. I made 8 new ones, and I spent a little bit more time trying to seal them up better than the first set. This time I showed up with the whole thing fully assembled. I drove 30 miles an hour on the shoulder of the highway, took forever, and now's the moment we find out if all this extra effort was worth it. All right, let's shove off, shall we? So we already know it'll hold me. There's not a dignified way to get in this thing. Ugh, that sound. Right. I don't like it. I don't like that sound. Okay. Phase 1, it floats. Phase 2, it floats with me on it. Phase 3, is the motor gonna rip off? Yes! All right, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Just kidding, y'all please catch up. This is Langley Island. It is a bird sanctuary. You go all the way around, it's about 2 miles. So we're gonna try to make it all the way around, back from that side, back to here. This motor has 4 speeds. It's got 5, 8, 10, and 17 pounds of thrust. Those numbers mean nothing to me. Okay, so that's 8 pounds. Nothing's falling off. Let's try 10. That feels good. We are moving at 1.3 miles an hour. So if this is 2 miles, mile and a half. If we can keep that, this 2 mile trip should take a little less than 2 hours. This is amazing. This is so awesome. And it's so delicate that it gives you an adrenaline rush. Been on the water for 5 minutes. We've got a little bit of water there. Ooh, that one's getting some water in it. That one's got water. I think that's That's it. Are we good back to that one's dry? Right now we are in this channel and it's super calm and not a lot of boats are passing through here, but once we get around to the other side, that's open water, if that's what it's called. That's the open, it opens up to the lake where I'm not sure what the water's gonna be like. I also don't know how long the battery's gonna last. I can't believe how well this is working. I don't wanna get too close to the shore because there's a lot of fallen trees right under the surface. I know I'm not gonna bounce off of any of them. Hey, we've got a little bit of water coming in there. I can't see these two that are under me very well. Can you see if there's water coming in here, Grayson? Okay, should probably keep my weight as close to the center as possible. It's weird where, like, usually the longer you do something, the more confidence you have in it. The longer I'm doing this, the more I feel like inevitably something's going to break. This is so cool. This is just so cool. I cannot believe this is working. We're out of sight of the dock. Be a long swim back at this point. I don't know how to describe this. It's peaceful, but not relaxing. There's a boat. Go to work. Hi, oh my gosh. All right, this is our first real test. What are you doing, man? No. Okay, don't be far. This I don't know if this may be our first fail. Here it comes. Real waves coming. Steady. Oh, that feels weird. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ah, the sound. When does it end? Okay. We're good. We're doing 1.7 miles an hour. We topped out at 2.2 at some point. We're getting some water in that front one and I don't think I can reach it. Is slick water, does that mean it's shallow? Anybody? Tell me in the comments, guys, does this slick area mean it's shallow? Please don't run into me. See, that's got Davy Jones Locker written all over it. So water's getting choppier out here. I don't know if y'all can feel that. It feels like when you're driving a manual transmission and it's trying to stall, like on the bottom end of the clutch. Oh, dude, they're all sort of jostling a little bit. I don't know if I should power down maybe? I don't know how close to the limit of like the stress that we're putting on this thing. I don't know how close to that limit we are. Okay, let's pull up the map. All right, we're about a third of the way. It's kind of hoping for half. No! No! My scoop. My water scoop. There's no bailing out now. Let's hope I won't need it. We've got water in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are 25 minutes into the voyage. I've got water in 5 umbrellas that I can see. And we're not even halfway. And I lost my scoop. I don't know how to say if it's going well or not. No way. Is that the same dude? These aren't bad at first, but they get tighter and tighter. We're handling these things a lot better than I thought we would. And there's a big stick. Big stick. Got a little bit calmer again. That's beautiful. Is that cypress? I'm just not old enough to know trees yet. That front starboard side is, I would say, getting questionable. Oh, that one, the rear starboard also. Starboard, right? The starboard port. All right, there's a big stick right here. I gotta come out wide. You know, when I started this island, just 2 miles didn't sound that far. It feels far now. All right, we've got water in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 umbrellas now. Okay, I'm really relieved how calm it is. So now we're finally to the open part of the lake where this is where all the main traffic goes and everybody's at work, I guess. Who wants to guess if we're halfway? Oh, we are halfway, guys. We must be going faster than the GPS can detect. I'm gonna have to do some bailing on this one. I mean, we made it halfway without having to bail. I'd say it's pretty good. I should probably spread the weight out. Oh no, I can't reach it. Can't reach the water. I can't get it. Dang it. Whoa. Got a little close there. I don't know at what point I should let that really start to worry me. It'd be really relaxing if it wasn't so stressful.
Already set
You want to go ahead and go, or you want me to? Okay, I'm gonna slow down. I'm not gonna stop because I'm sinking. There's borrowed time. We're in God's hands. It's probably a little risky to be this close to the shore. I'm curious what speed these would tolerate. I'm sure it's not a lot, but I'd be so curious to know. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, I need my scoop. It's so peaceful. Should have brought a notebook so I could journal my thoughts. And I could write it down using the FN pin from Stabby Labs. The FN pin is an all-metal tactical pin designed by my friend Ryan Kung. It's the perfect addition to any EDC because it can easily switch from a graphite tip to a pin tip to a self-defense tip. And not only that, he solved the problem of what to do with the useless fifth pocket on every man's pants with these awesome cutting tools. And right now, if you use code Rollins10 at checkout, you'll save 10% off your entire order. Also, to the first person with the US address who can correctly put in the comments how many times I use the word umbrella in this video, including just then, will receive a free one of these or one of these. Again, thanks to Stabby Labs, and don't forget to use Rollins10 at checkout. I know you're coming in for a close-up, but I'm really better looking from a distance. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Sorry, I'll make a manlier sound next time. Oh gosh. Like, why did you fail, Chris? Sabotage. Gray, ah! Guys, you're coming right at me. Or hit the brakes, hit the brakes. No. This is terrifying, guys. Stop, back up. Ugh. Sorry, I don't have manly sounds apparently. Did you get the shot? I want to get away from you guys. All right, give me a wide berth. It's definitely choppier out here. Where are we? Oh guys, we are doing so good. Like once we turn this corner, it's just a straight shot back to the dock. This one's starting to get sketchy. It's now up past the arms and it's starting to twist. So is that, oh, never mind, they're all that way. I can't reach it. We're doing okay though. We're turning the final corner. This is awesome. I can see the dock. Woo-hoo-hoo! It is right there, guys. So do I stay along the shoreline for safety and then do a hard 90, or should I do the shortest distance and go right for it? I just don't want to be in the middle of the lake if a boat comes by.
We're close enough to where if something did happen, it's not gonna be that bad, and it might be some good food.
I feel like Chase is not on my side. We decided to take the shortest distance. I don't know if water's coming in faster or if it's just my imagination. I don't like being out in the middle of the channel like this. This feels really vulnerable. I mean, it's 9 o'clock. People are gonna be starting to get out here. The battery's still going. The motor's 30 years old. It hasn't broken. Nothing has collapsed yet. We've been on the water for an hour and 10 minutes. Every umbrella has water in it now, and some of them have a lot of water. Some more than others. Oh my gosh. We are almost there. Not a moment too soon. I've said in the past that slow things are boring, and I need to walk that back. Not all slow things are boring. This thing's rad. I think what I like about this, you never feel comfortable. You just feel like something could break at any time. Keeps it fun. In all transparency, I kind of didn't expect to make it. I really thought something would cause this to sink or break if we got away from the dock at all. Let's go. Land ho! So close. Dude, it's within touching distance. 2 miles on umbrellas. It's just so dumb. Woo! Doesn't count till I touch the ground. Yes! We did it! 2 miles! Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Awesome, just awesome. Thank you for your help, man. We have water in every single umbrella. That one was making me nervous. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for helping. And
of course, man. The only reason I came is because I thought you were gonna sink. That would be great, but
you know what's great? I don't have to worry about what I did wrong or what I could have done better because the comments are just gonna tell me regardless. Exactly. Isn't that great? It's just a weight off my mind.
You don't have to worry about it.
I don't have to worry about it at all.